Y'all, forget leak. This was a full-blown explosion. Coleman Domingo just dropped a bomb so massive it's torn the Burruss family story to shreds, leaving Hollywood scrambling to pick up the pieces. What used to be hushed rumors and whispered suspicions? Yeah, gone. Now it's center stage, turning a once private courtroom into the hottest scandal of the year. DNA reports, secret convos, decades-old memories, every juicy piece has jumped from rumor to record. Riley Burruss is officially off the speculation train because Coleman Domingo claims paternity, dragging the allegedly sheltered Kandi Burruss into blinding daylight. The courtroom froze, well, for like a second, before chaos hit. Cameras flashed, faces stiffened, and the internet basically exploded. Coleman Domingo claims Kandi Burruss ran two lives, a public one with Russell Spencer, a private one secretly tied to him. Every text, every hidden moment, every locked-away chapter? Preserved. And he's ready to spill it all if anyone dares silence him. Even marriage to Todd didn't close the secret door. The connection allegedly kept going behind closed doors. Riley's real story, the constructed facade, the years of hidden lies? Fully unmasked. Viewers are glued, replaying timelines, scrutinizing every word, dissecting every shocking detail. In real time, this exploded way past your usual celebrity gossip. Forget whispers, suddenly it's a full-on viral event, with claims flying like, "I set him up." Yeah, right. Coleman Domingo isn't holding back, and apparently, everyone's favorite spy movie scenarios pale in comparison to this courtroom drama. Buckle up, because what was once low-key speculation has erupted into a public spectacle no one saw coming. The courtroom, once a rumor-filled rumor mill, reportedly transformed into a Hollywood-level meltdown as Coleman Domingo allegedly dropped info capable of shaking the entire Burruss family story. Witnesses say the room went dead silent, filled with disbelief, grief, and raw emotion as decades-old secrets were yanked into the light. Riley Burruss, who grew up under everyone's eyes, suddenly had her world flipped. She's allegedly Coleman Domingo's biological daughter. Cameras captured every frozen expression, every stunned gasp carrying the weight of years unraveling. Coleman Domingo allegedly painted a picture of Kandi Burruss living two parallel lives, one perfectly polished for public view, the other hidden, quietly preserving connections no one was supposed to know about. He claimed the relationship publicly linked to Russell Spencer was pure misdirection, while his private connection allegedly continued, documented, monitored, and carefully stored. Each new claim reportedly cranked the tension higher, like the room itself was preparing for impact. Things allegedly hit a boiling point when Coleman claimed that even after Kandi Burruss married Todd, the secrecy never stopped. Hidden meetings, private messages, and moments explosive enough to burn everything down if exposed. What shocked people most wasn't just the accusations, but that they weren't isolated mistakes. They were described as a calculated pattern of betrayal stretched across years. Riley's public identity, according to the claims, was shaped by a storyline designed to hide her real origins, covering truth with a perfectly crafted illusion. Coleman allegedly said every message, every photo, every intimate memory was archived. Evidence strong enough to shatter long-held beliefs. He painted Kandi Burruss as someone living double lives, one seen by millions. Riley's shock, the collective disbelief, and decades of buried secrets collided into a spectacle both devastating and impossible to look away from. As tension reportedly peaked, Coleman Domingo allegedly reminded everyone how much he held. Records of moments, messages, and interactions saved without exception. The message was crystal clear. If released, every accepted story about the Burruss family could flip overnight. Viewers struggled to keep up with the avalanche of claims, each packing more emotional punch than the last. This isn't just about hidden relationships or contested parentage, it's allegedly a saga of betrayal, identity, and the brutal consequences of truths kept too long. Online debates are raging as millions dissect, argue, and pour their emotions into what many are calling the most intense chapter in Burruss family history. Coleman Domingo allegedly insists the proof is airtight, that reality will outpace denial, and that Riley Burruss' true story can no longer stay buried. The courtroom reportedly transformed into a stage for Hollywood-level drama, where years of secrets slammed into exposure. Every tense glance, every sharp inhale, every camera flash marked the start of consequences that can't be undone. The emotional shockwave is already rippling outward. Buckle up, this is just the opening act. Allegedly, what surfaced is only the first layer, with viral aftershocks just beginning. Riley Burruss' identity, Kandi Burruss' alleged double life, and Coleman Domingo's claimed evidence have set a new benchmark for courtroom spectacle. Raw, tragic, and explosively human. Millions are glued to every moment, reacting, dissecting, and staying riveted as this storm continues to unfold. The room was still reeling from the initial shockwave, silence thick and tense, when Coleman Domingo allegedly leaned in, posture rigid, yet heavy with years of hidden truths. All eyes snapped to him, every gaze locked, every breath held, as if his next words could shatter the fragile calm. According to the claims, he spoke freely, painting Kandi Burruss as a master of public illusion, carefully hiding a private life mired in secrecy, misdirection, and calculated concealment that few could have imagined. Allegedly, Coleman Domingo said Riley Burruss' entire upbringing was built on a manufactured story, each moment meticulously crafted to preserve appearances. He claimed her true origins were deliberately hidden, even from closest family, friends, and Mama Joyce. Observers say the weight of these accusations rippled through the room, and online reactions ignited within minutes as disbelief spread like wildfire. For many, the most chilling part was that Riley's very public childhood had unfolded under a shadow she never agreed to bear. According to Coleman Domingo's alleged account, the revelations didn't stop there. He referenced preserved exchanges, archived messages, and recorded moments spanning years of secret meetings and private communications. He allegedly framed Kandi Burruss' connection to Russell Block Spencer as intentional camouflage, while his own secret involvement continued out of sight. Each claim reportedly hit harder than the last, leaving the courtroom in. The courtroom reportedly sank into stunned stillness, the weight of the allegations hanging thick in the air. Coleman Domingo allegedly described the emotional toll of watching Riley Burruss grow up, fully aware that her world had been shaped by omissions and half-truths. He claimed Kandi Burruss lived dual lives, one for public display, the other hidden behind closed doors. Moments of heartbreak, disrupted connections, and years spent guarding truths capable of shattering public perception were all allegedly exposed. With each revelation, the story reportedly grew heavier than mere scandal, tipping into tragedy. He further alleged that Kandi Burruss' marriage to Todd didn't erase the past. Secrecy allegedly persisted, with continued contact and concealed interactions. Coleman Domingo reportedly stated that every exchange was meticulously preserved, forming a timeline that, if released, could unravel the entire history at once. The courtroom listened, motionless, as the scope of alleged deception and concealment became clear. The emotional impact on Riley Burruss, allegedly at the center of it all, was described as devastating. She was forced to confront her true identity and realize the life she thought she knew was incomplete. Online audiences immediately began dissecting footage and reactions, scrutinizing each frame like evidence of a collapsing world. Observers say this went far beyond gossip. It became a raw, emotional rupture felt in real time. The impact reportedly rippled far beyond the courtroom. Coleman Domingo allegedly detailed the discipline it took to preserve proof, cataloging memories, archiving conversations, safeguarding materials that supported his claims. He reportedly warned that without intervention, these private records could go public, exposing years of concealed behavior. That warning alone reportedly sent chills through the room, a stark reminder of how destructive long-buried truths can be once unleashed. The alleged testimony also suggested this wasn't just about the past. Coleman Domingo claimed the dynamics he described continued into the present, with consequences still unfolding. He emphasized that the preserved records had the power to rewrite history, challenge long-held perceptions, and permanently reshape public understanding of the Burruss family. Court insiders reportedly described the testimony as emotionally charged and deeply unsettling. Coleman Domingo allegedly spoke of the agony of watching Riley Burruss navigate a life shaped by deception, while Kandi Burruss maintained a polished public facade. Each revelation, each preserved detail, reportedly amplified a decades-long simmering narrative, turning the courtroom into a stage for a real-life drama too heavy to ignore. Online, the response was instantaneous. Clips circulated, hashtags surged, and millions analyzed every moment with near-forensic obsession. What began as a private family reckoning quickly became a worldwide spectacle. The courtroom drama reportedly morphed into a full-blown global spectacle. Riley Burruss' confrontation with her origins, Kandi Burruss' alleged duplicity, and Coleman Domingo's preserved evidence combined into a story too explosive to ignore. Coleman Domingo allegedly ended with a stark reminder: the proof he held was real. He reportedly claimed possession of messages, recordings, and private moments capable of backing every accusation. Observers say he hinted this was only the opening act, a warning that deeper revelations were still to come. The room reportedly stayed frozen, absorbing the magnitude of what had been revealed. The alleged saga painted betrayal and secrecy so extreme it felt almost surreal, with consequences stretching beyond a single family, showing the damage caused when truths are buried too long. Viewers remained riveted as each development unfolded, turning private anguish into a public reckoning. At the center stood Kandi Burruss, whose life was allegedly shaped by withheld truths and carefully curated realities. She reportedly faced the full weight of what had been hidden, forced to reconcile identity with revelation. The courtroom became a stage for a devastating clash between secrecy and truth. Coleman Domingo's alleged testimony closed with a silent warning: preserved truths cannot stay buried forever. The potential fallout for everyone involved was immense, leaving audiences around the world transfixed. Every archived message, every recorded moment reportedly held the power to upend relationships and rewrite public perception overnight. The aftermath, emotional and public, was said to be unprecedented. Debate exploded, analysis ran rampant, and the courtroom saga quickly became a global obsession. Kandi Burruss' identity, Kandi Burruss' image, and Coleman Domingo's long-silenced revelations merged into a story brimming with heartbreak and viral drama. And allegedly, this is just the beginning. The disclosures, the proof, and the emotional reckoning are still unfolding, promising deeper ruptures, heavier consequences, and truths capable of shaking everything in their path. The tension barely eased before spiking again. Just as the courtroom seemed to catch its breath, Coleman Domingo reportedly dropped another layer of his account, sending the room back into stunned silence. Witnesses say people leaned forward instinctively, hands gripping armrests as disbelief and anticipation thickened the air. Allegedly, Coleman Domingo began detailing Kandi Burruss' private strategies in a way that was almost cinematic, intricate, calculated, and deeply unsettling. He claimed that for years she had run parallel realities, not only concealing Kandi Burruss' true origins but orchestrating a web of relationships so deliberate that deception became a way of life. This, he reportedly asserted. Allegedly, this wasn't some spur-of-the-moment secrecy. It was a carefully orchestrated, years-long performance aimed at controlling perception, steering narratives, and safeguarding Kandi Burruss' image at all costs. Coleman Domingo reportedly recounted betrayals carried out in silence, encounters he claimed were never left to memory alone. According to his testimony, texts, videos, and personal records were meticulously preserved, documenting a hidden timeline few were ever meant to see. While Kandi Burruss' public association with Russell Block Spencer played out under the spotlight, Coleman Domingo allegedly claimed their private connection ran concurrently, concealed from everyone, including Todd at the time of her marriage. He reportedly described secret meetings that allegedly continued even after wedding vows, with the courtroom feeling the full weight of years of concealed truths crashing down at once. The emotional gravity of these claims reportedly stunned everyone present. Coleman Domingo allegedly spoke about the pain of watching Kandi Burruss grow up without knowing her true identity, framing the deception not just as personal betrayal but as one inflicted directly on Riley, a child shaped by stories she never consented to. With each statement, the narrative reportedly shifted from scandal to full-blown tragedy, leaving the courtroom transfixed by the sense of irreversible damage unfolding in real time. Allegedly, Coleman Domingo directly accused Kandi Burruss of intentional misrepresentation, claiming she misled Mama Joyce, Riley, and close confidants alike, altering stories to protect her public image while concealing the truth. Every conversation, interaction, and hidden moment, he reportedly asserted, had been preserved and could be revealed if necessary. Observers say the sheer audacity of these allegations reportedly left the courtroom reeling, while social media simultaneously erupted and clips of the testimony went viral in minutes. Coleman Domingo allegedly suggested the fallout from this deception didn't stop in the past. He hinted the ripple effects were still shaping lives, especially Kandi Burruss. According to his account, once the truth emerged, it could completely reshape her understanding of herself, rewrite relationships, and force a reckoning with years of concealed reality. Fans and analysts reportedly dissected every pause, every inflection, turning each second into a global spectacle of commentary. He then allegedly traced the arc of their secret relationship, from early encounters to private moments shielded from public view. Texts, videos, and archived records reportedly formed a detailed chronology directly contradicting the image presented to the world. Coleman Domingo reportedly detailed the emotional strain of living within a double narrative, one public, one hidden, and how that duplicity allegedly reshaped everyone involved. Witnesses say the courtroom could feel the emotional pressure mounting with every claim. The tone reportedly darkened further as he allegedly explored the psychological impact on Riley Burruss, describing a childhood framed by appearances laid with omissions she was never equipped to question. The idea that a young life had been built atop carefully managed facades reportedly struck the room with particular force. He emphasized the moral and emotional weight of decades-long concealment, leaving witnesses visibly shaken. According to the allegations, Kandi Burruss' ability to maintain secrecy required constant, meticulous orchestration. Coleman Domingo reportedly described her deliberate control over public appearances, messaging, and even social media narratives, ensuring that no suspicion ever surfaced. He claimed this manipulation extended to every relationship she maintained, balancing visibility with concealment, control with intimacy. The picture allegedly painted was one of strategic deception on a scale rarely alleged so openly. With each revelation, suspense reportedly gripped the room tighter. Coleman Domingo allegedly warned that what he held was more than just documentation. It was leverage capable of reshaping reputations and public perception. The courtroom reportedly fell silent as the magnitude of that implication became undeniable. Online reaction was immediate and explosive. Millions reportedly replayed clips, shared screenshots, and debated implications with relentless intensity. Riley Burruss' identity, Kandi Burruss' alleged secrecy, and Coleman Domingo's preserved materials quickly dominated global conversation. The emotional impact, betrayal, heartbreak, and shocking revelation elevated the story far beyond ordinary gossip. Coleman Domingo allegedly stressed that evidence doesn't fade. Every preserved exchange, he claimed, was proof of years spent carefully managing truth and illusion. He reportedly asserted that these records could tear apart manipulated narratives and finally reveal the truth after decades of concealment. By all accounts, the courtroom held its breath under the sheer weight of that possibility. The emotional toll, observers say, extended far beyond those directly involved. Viewers reportedly absorbed the clash of private truth versus public image in real time. The spectacle became a collision of pain, secrecy, and exposure, gripping, unsettling, and impossible to ignore. Coleman Domingo allegedly made clear this was only the beginning, warning that deeper consequences were still looming. As the testimony neared its apparent conclusion, the room reportedly felt a sense of finality without closure. The implications reportedly stretched well beyond the immediate players, exposing years of manipulation and emotional complexity. Coleman Domingo allegedly reiterated the existence of evidence, the reality of Riley Burruss' biological truth, and the cost of prolonged deception. Witnesses say his words lingered heavily, signaling that perception itself could shift with each new revelation. Audiences reportedly remained riveted, every update analyzed, every clip replayed, every reaction scrutinized. The narrative of secrecy and betrayal continued to captivate, fueling viral debate and emotional investment worldwide. Coleman Domingo's claims, Riley Burruss' identity, and Kandi Burruss' alleged double life fused into a story too explosive to ignore. By the end, the courtroom reportedly understood one thing clearly. This was far from over. Each revelation reportedly had the power to reshape relationships, redefine reputations, and send shockwaves far into the future. The intensity of the moment cemented its place as a defining scandal. Tragic, volatile, and emotionally devastating. As the world watched, transfixed, it became clear the next chapter could be even more explosive. Buckle up, because what emerged from that courtroom was only the surface layer of something far more volatile. What allegedly unfolded wasn't a conclusion but the opening fracture of an emotional collapse still spreading outward. Viewers everywhere are reportedly struggling to process the force of Coleman Domingo's claims as the implications ripple far beyond the room where they were spoken. According to allegations, long-buried moments, hidden connections, and guarded truths tied to Kandi Burruss, Riley Burruss, and years of secrecy have now been dragged into public view. The reaction was immediate. Timelines flooded, clips replayed, and every pause or gesture scrutinized as the story ignited into full viral momentum. Riley Burruss' identity, once shielded by carefully layered narratives, is now exposed, and the emotional weight of that revelation is impossible to ignore. Allegedly, Coleman Domingo's insistence that messages, recordings, and memories remain preserved has reframed the entire situation. These claims are no longer background details. They are live wire, capable of detonating long-standing public perceptions. With each alleged revelation, Kandi Burruss' carefully curated image reportedly cracks further, turning what was once private turmoil into a spectacle unfolding in real time. Observers say the stakes have skyrocketed. Legal tension, personal fallout, and decades of hidden truths now dominate global conversation. Nothing about this moment feels settled. In fact, the pressure seems only to be mounting. At the center stands Riley Burruss, whose emotional reality has reportedly been upended overnight. What viewers are witnessing isn't just scandal, it's the human cost of prolonged deception laid bare under public scrutiny. Reactions reportedly range from anger to disbelief to raw empathy, as audiences grapple with reconciling image and allegation. Coleman Domingo's alleged warning that preserved evidence could still surface has only intensified the unease. The looming possibility that another revelation could drop at any moment reportedly keeps everyone on edge, turning anticipation into a tense, almost palpable suspense.